After the age of 60, your body's natural defense systems against disease, especially cancer, work differently than they did in your younger years. Your immune cells may respond more slowly, inflammation can build silently, and the body's ability to repair DNA damage begins to weaken. That's why the foods you choose each day matter more than ever. And when it comes to fighting cancer, few foods are as powerful as the right fruits. But here's the shocking truth. While some fruits can help block cancer cell growth, others may actually feed the very processes that allow tumors to thrive. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 cancer-fighting fruits you should eat every single day after 60, backed by cutting-edge research from the National Cancer Institute, Harvard, and Global Nutrition Studies, and 5 fruits you might want to avoid, especially if you're concerned about cancer risk. You'll learn which fruits boost natural killer cell activity, which protect your DNA from oxidative stress, and which quietly raise blood sugar, feed inflammation, or even carry harmful residues linked to cancer. And this isn't about trendy superfoods or marketing hype. It's about evidence, chemistry, and how your daily fruit choices can either strengthen or weaken your body's natural cancer defenses. Now, let's start with the first fruit that belongs on your plate every single day. Number 5, blackberries. Among all the berries, blackberries stand out as one of the richest sources of anthocyanins, the dark pigments that give them their almost inky color. Anthocyanins are powerful flavonoids known for their ability to neutralize free radicals before they can damage DNA, a key step in the development of cancer. What makes blackberries especially interesting for seniors over 60 is how these compounds also reduce chronic inflammation in tissues, creating an environment where abnormal cells find it harder to survive. A study published in Nutrition and Cancer found that regular blackberry consumption significantly inhibited tumor growth in laboratory models, particularly for cancers of the colon and esophagus. But it's not just the anthocyanins at work. Blackberries are also packed with ellagic acid, a polyphenol that helps deactivate certain carcinogens before they can harm your cells. For people over 60, where DNA repair processes are naturally slower, this means blackberries can provide a daily layer of chemical protection. They also have a low glycemic load, so they won't spike your blood sugar. A critical factor, since elevated glucose can feed cancer cell metabolism. You don't need huge amounts to see benefits. Even a half cup a day added to oatmeal, yogurt, or eaten fresh can deliver a measurable boost in antioxidant status. And unlike many exotic fruits, blackberries are often locally available in season, which means fewer pesticides and a fresher nutrient profile. If you choose frozen, make sure they're unsweetened to avoid undoing their protective benefits. Number 4, oranges. Oranges are more than just a source of vitamin C. They are a complete anti-cancer package when eaten whole, especially for seniors over 60. Vitamin C plays a critical role in protecting cellular DNA from oxidative stress, a major trigger for cancer development. But oranges also contain hesperidin, a bioflavonoid concentrated in the peel and pith, which has been shown in studies from the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry to suppress angiogenesis, the process by which tumors grow new blood vessels to feed themselves. For older adults whose immune surveillance naturally slows, hesperidin works alongside vitamin C to improve the function of natural killer cells, the body's first responders against cancer cells. The fiber in whole oranges also moderates blood sugar spikes, which is important because consistently high glucose levels can promote inflammatory pathways linked to cancer progression. Another advantage for seniors is the high potassium content, which supports healthy blood pressure, indirectly reducing cancer risk by maintaining optimal vascular health. To maximize benefits, it's best to eat the fruit itself rather than drinking orange juice. Juice strips away most of the fiber and can cause rapid sugar absorption. Even one medium orange a day can help maintain a healthier antioxidant balance in your system. And for those on a budget, they're one of the most affordable anti-cancer fruits available year-round. Try pairing orange segments with a handful of almonds for a slow-release energy snack that keeps both your blood sugar and your immune system steady. Number 3, papaya. Papaya is often overlooked in cancer prevention discussions, yet it contains one of the most unique antioxidant profiles of any fruit. For seniors over 60, this tropical fruit offers a rare combination of including beta-cryptexantin and lycopene, both of which have been linked to a reduced risk of certain cancers in large epidemiological studies. Published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, lycopene, more famously found in tomatoes, helps protect cells from oxidative DNA damage, but in papaya it comes in a form that's easily absorbed even without cooking. Beta-cryptexantin, meanwhile, has been associated with lowering the risk of lung and esophageal cancers, especially in older adults. Papaya is also a strong source of folate, which supports healthy DNA synthesis, a crucial factor because as we age, the body's ability to repair and replicate DNA without errors diminishes. Beyond these nutrients, papaya contains the enzyme papain, which aids digestion and reduces inflammation in the gut. A healthy gut environment supports stronger immune function, which is vital in identifying and eliminating early cancer cells. Importantly, papaya is naturally low in sugar compared to many other tropical fruits, making it a safer choice for seniors concerned about glucose spikes. For maximum benefits, eat papaya fresh and slightly ripe when the skin yields gently to pressure and the flesh is deep orange. Avoid overly ripe papayas with fermenting spots as nutrient quality begins to decline. A few slices alongside breakfast or as a light evening snack can deliver a steady infusion of cancer-fighting compounds, while being gentle on the digestive system. Number 2. Blueberries. Blueberries have earned their reputation as one of the most powerful cancer-fighting fruits, and for seniors over 60, they deliver benefits that go far beyond their small size. Packed with anthocyanins, the same potent antioxidants that give them their deep blue color. Blueberries have been shown in research from the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry to reduce DNA damage by as much as 20% in just a few weeks of regular consumption. This is especially important for older adults, since age naturally slows DNA repair and increases susceptibility to mutations that can lead to cancer. Blueberries also contain pteristilbin, a compound similar to resveratrol, which supports healthy cell signaling and may help trigger apoptosis, the programmed death of abnormal cells. Another standout benefit for seniors is their impact on brain health. Compounds in blueberries cross the blood-brain barrier and help protect neurons from oxidative stress, indirectly supporting overall immune and hormonal balance, which plays a role in cancer resistance. They are also low in calories, high in fiber, and have a low glycemic index, meaning they won't cause the sharp blood sugar spikes that can feed cancer cell metabolism. Frozen blueberries retain almost all their antioxidant power, making them an easy year-round option. Just be sure to choose unsweetened varieties, adding half a cup to oatmeal, blending them into a smoothie, or even sprinkling them over a salad can give your body a concentrated dose of cancer-fighting nutrients with every bite. And for those who garden, growing your own blueberries can ensure you get the freshest, most nutrient-rich berries without pesticide concerns. Number 1. Pomegranate. Pomegranate has been revered for centuries as a symbol of life and vitality. But modern science confirms it also deserves a place at the very top of the cancer-fighting fruit list, especially for seniors over 60. Its jewel-like seeds are packed with punicalagins, a type of polyphenol unique to pomegranates, which have been shown in cancer prevention research to slow the growth of prostate, breast, and colon cancer cells in laboratory studies. These compounds are exceptionally potent antioxidants, working to neutralize free radicals before they can cause DNA mutations, a critical step in cancer development. For older adults whose antioxidant defenses naturally decline with age, pomegranates can act like a protective shield, supporting both cellular integrity and immune surveillance. Beyond their antioxidant capacity, pomegranates exhibit strong anti-inflammatory effects, reducing chronic low-grade inflammation, a major driver of cancer risk in later life. They also contain ellagic acid, which can interfere with the enzymes cancer cells use to spread and invade nearby tissues. Even the juice, when consumed in moderation, retains much of these protective compounds. But eating the seeds whole adds valuable fiber that helps regulate blood sugar and supports gut health, both important factors for cancer prevention. Studies also suggest that pomegranate polyphenols may enhance the effectiveness of certain cancer treatments, making them a smart addition for those actively managing their health. For maximum benefit, enjoy half a pomegranate, or about half a cup of seeds several times a week. Sprinkle them over yogurt, blend them into a salad, or eat them on their own. Just be careful with store-bought juices, which can be loaded with added sugars. Now, while these 5 fruits can be powerful allies in your fight against cancer, there's another side to the story. Certain fruits that might seem healthy on the surface, but can actually work against you after 60, quietly raising your cancer risk. Let's start with the first one you may want to avoid. Number 5, grapes non-organic, especially imported. Grapes are often marketed as a heart-healthy snack. But for seniors over 60 concerned about cancer prevention, there's a hidden risk, and it's not the fruit itself, but what often comes with it. Grapes, especially non-organic and imported varieties, rank among the most pesticide-contaminated fruits in the environmental working groups. Dirty Dozen list year after year. Residues from fungicides, insecticides, and herbicides can remain on the skin even after thorough washing, and some of these chemicals have been linked to higher cancer risk in long-term studies. For older adults whose detoxification systems and liver function may not be as efficient as in youth, chronic exposure to these residues can accumulate over time, adding to the body's oxidative stress and inflammatory load. Another issue is that many commercial grapes, especially seedless ones, are bred for high sugar content, which can contribute to elevated blood glucose, a known fuel source for cancer cells. This double hit of pesticide exposure and rapid sugar absorption makes non-organic grapes a less than ideal choice for daily consumption, if cancer prevention is a priority. If you love grapes, the safest approach is to buy organic, preferably from local growers during the harvest season, when they're fresher and less likely to have been treated heavily with chemicals for preservation during shipping. And keep portion sizes moderate, a small handful rather than a large bowl, to avoid unnecessary sugar spikes. Frozen organic grapes can be a good alternative, offering a refreshing, pesticide-free snack in warmer months without the constant exposure. Risk of imported produce. Number 4, canned pineapple in syrup. Pineapple in its fresh form has digestive enzymes and vitamin C that can be beneficial, but once it's processed into canned pineapple packed in heavy syrup, it turns into a very different food. One that seniors over 60 should think twice about if they're concerned about cancer risk. The syrup is often made from refined sugars or high fructose corn syrup, both of which can spike blood glucose and insulin levels. Elevated insulin not only promotes fat storage, but can also stimulate the growth of certain cancer cells by activating insulin-like growth factors. For older adults, whose insulin sensitivity may already be reduced, this constant sugar overload creates a metabolic environment that favors inflammation and tumor growth. Beyond the sugar issue, canned pineapple can also come in containers lined with BPA, bisphenol, a chemical that can leach into the fruit and mimic estrogen in the body, a concern for hormone-sensitive cancers like breast and prostate cancer. Studies published in Environmental Health Perspectives have found measurable BPA levels in people who regularly consume canned goods, and the risk is higher in seniors due to slower clearance from the body. Even light syrup versions are still far from ideal, as they often replace some sugar with artificial sweeteners that may disrupt gut microbiota, weakening immune defense. If you enjoy pineapple, the best choice is fresh, ripe fruit, or frozen chunks with no added sugars, which retain the natural enzymes like bromelain without the cancer-promoting extras. Avoiding the syrup means avoiding both the sugar spike and the chemical exposure. Number 3, dried apricots, sulfur-treated. Dried apricots may look like a concentrated, healthy snack, but for seniors over 60 with cancer prevention in mind, sulfur-treated varieties can carry hidden dangers. To preserve their bright orange color and extend shelf life, many commercial dried apricots are treated with sulfur dioxide or other sulfite compounds. While generally recognized as safe in small amounts, sulfites can generate reactive sulfur species in the body that contributes to oxidative stress, the very process we aim to reduce when lowering cancer risk. Chronic low-level oxidative stress can damage DNA and impair the immune system's ability to detect and destroy abnormal cells. Seniors are particularly vulnerable because antioxidant defenses naturally decline with age, making the cellular environment more susceptible to carcinogenic changes. There's another problem. Dried apricots are incredibly dense in sugar. Just a handful can contain the same sugar load as several fresh apricots, and without the water content of fresh fruit. They digest rapidly, spiking blood glucose and insulin. High glucose availability fuels cancer cell metabolism through the Warburg effect, and repeated spikes can promote inflammatory pathways that help tumors grow. Additionally, sulfites can irritate the respiratory tract and gut lining in sensitive individuals, further taxing an aging immune system. If you enjoy dried apricots, opt for unsulfured, naturally dried varieties. They'll be darker brown in color, softer in texture, and have a shorter shelf life. But they eliminate the chemical additive risk. Pair them with nuts to slow sugar absorption and reduce insulin spikes. Number 2, imported strawberries non-organic. Strawberries are often seen as a symbol of health, but for seniors over 61, non-organic imported strawberries can quietly work against cancer prevention efforts. According to the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen report, strawberries have ranked at the very top for pesticide contamination for years. In many imported batches, tests have found residues from over a dozen different chemicals, including fungicides and insecticides, linked in animal studies to endocrine disruption, DNA damage, and increased tumor formation. The problem is not the strawberry itself, but the intensive farming practices used to keep them visually perfect during long-distance transport. Seniors, whose detoxification and liver function can naturally slow with age, are more susceptible to the cumulative effects of these residues, which can build up in tissues over time. Compounding the problem is the fact that strawberries have a very high surface area relative to their size, and their porous skin allows pesticides to penetrate deeper than simple washing can reach, even soaking them in baking soda or vinegar. Water won't completely remove systemic pesticides that are absorbed during growth. For cancer-conscious older adults, eating these regularly can mean repeated low-dose chemical exposure that quietly fuels oxidative stress and chronic inflammation to key drivers of cancer development. The safest approach is to buy organic strawberries in season, ideally from local farmers, and to freeze batches for later use. This not only cuts pesticide exposure dramatically, but also ensures you retain their natural vitamin C and antioxidant content without the chemical baggage. Number 1. Canned fruit cocktail in heavy syrup. Canned fruit cocktail might seem like an easy way to get a mix of fruits year-round, but for seniors over 60 focused on cancer prevention, it's one of the worst options you can choose. The first issue is the syrup, almost always made from high fructose corn syrup or refined sugar, sometimes in amounts that rival soda. This intense sugar load spikes blood glucose and insulin levels, and high circulating insulin can stimulate the production of insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1, a hormone that has been linked to increased cancer cell proliferation in studies published in Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention. For older adults whose insulin sensitivity is already reduced, these spikes can become a constant cancer-promoting signal. The second problem is the packaging. Many canned fruit cocktails are stored in BPA-lined metal cans. BPA bisphenol can leach into the sugary liquid and mimic estrogen in the body, potentially encouraging the growth of hormone-sensitive tumors, such as certain types of breast and prostate cancer. Seniors are particularly at risk because their bodies take longer to eliminate endocrine-disrupting chemicals. On top of this, the fruits used in these cocktails are often low-grade, peeled, and heat-processed, which strips away much of their natural fiber and antioxidants, leaving mostly sugar and water behind. Even light or no sugar added versions can contain artificial sweeteners or preservatives that disrupt gut bacteria, weakening immune function and the body's ability to suppress abnormal cell growth. If you enjoy mixed fruits, a far better option is to make your own blend from fresh or frozen produce using berries, kiwi, orange slices, or apple chunks and storing them in the fridge for easy access without the chemical and sugar overload. And that's the real takeaway. Not all fruits are created equal when it comes to cancer prevention after 60. The right ones, like pomegranate, blueberries, and papaya, can actively strengthen your body's defenses, repair DNA damage, and starve cancer cells of the fuel they need. But the wrong ones, especially when loaded with pesticides, chemicals, or excess sugar, can quietly tip the balance in the other direction, feeding inflammation and creating the perfect environment for cancer to grow. By making mindful choices, prioritizing whole, organic, and low-sugar options while steering clear of heavily processed or contaminated varieties. You give your body its best shot at staying strong and resilient for years to come. It's not about fear. It's about taking control of what you put on your plate every day. Because after 60, every bite really does count.